Hi, welcome to your practice. My name is Bruce. We're going to have a nice, challenging flow today, concentrating on opening up the legs. Let's get started in seated position. So find a comfortable way to be. And for most of us, if we get our hips up higher than our knees, we're a little bit more comfortable as we stay in seated and work on our centering and connecting to breath for about 4 minutes or so. So take a moment, grab a couple pillows, throw pillows, a block, bolster if you have it, and settle in. As you settle in, feel the sitting bones root down. Feel the spine grow tall all the way up to the crown of the head. And then let some nice long breaths come. Let those breaths start in the low belly and come all the way up, past the collarbones. Fill up. Hold it at the top. And then give a nice long open mouth exhale. Let it go. Do one or two more of these big deep breaths. So filling up low to high, holding at the top. Open mouth or a long sighing out exhale. After you have a couple of these big cleansing breaths completed, just let the breath come naturally. Let the breath breathe you. Keep the breath nice and long and allow the breath to start low and go high. Filling the belly, going all the way up to the collarbones. Several rounds. As you breathe, keep that sense of rooting down through the sitting bones, growing tall through the crown of the head. So you're going to have a nice open airway. As you sit and breathe, let the exhales continue to allow muscles to relax. Each out breath helps you let go just a touch more. And with eyes closed, lips gently sealed, continue to bring attention inward. Continue to see what parts of your body you can release just a little bit more. Letting the jaw relax, shoulders melt away from the ears, shoulder blades float a touch more widely apart, belly relaxes. Low back lets go, pelvic floor releases. Then bring full focus back to attention to breath. Bring hands to heart space, press thumbs right into breastbone. And as you feel that feedback, thumbs to breastbone, breastbone to thumbs, allow that feedback to help you go even deeper in terms of awareness of your inner body. And I invite you to consider an intention for your practice. Could be anything that supports you on the mat or as you move through the hours and days ahead. And I'll suggest an intention, which is to continue to bring awareness back to inner body sensations throughout the practice. And just notice them, so that as we flow, you can really bring the linking of the poses to allowing you to become a moving meditation. Your body becomes a moving meditation. Take several rounds of breath, considering your intention and even allowing your intention to become seated in your body as a physical sensation. We're going to share intention out to the universe with a round of breath that ends in an open mouth exhale. So empty out, big breath in, filling all the way up, hold it at the top. Feel your intention and then open mouth exhale, let it go, send it out. Beautiful. Allow hands to come back down to inner thighs. And then clear any props that you have aside. And if you do have either actual blocks or something that can stand in for blocks, have them handy where you can grab them in your practice. So if you need to, take a moment. Maybe you're going to grab a couple books, whatever you have that might help support you as needed as we move through our flow today. So let's get started in tabletop. See those wrist creases underneath shoulders, hips aligned over knees, then inhale, cow pose. Exhale back, press through the arms, spread through the shoulder blades, cat. Several rounds on your own. Inhaling to cow. Let your breath lead so your exhale takes you to cat. Big long breaths. This is a nice place to bring Ujjayi breath into your practice, if you have that constricted breathing in the back of your throat, because it's easier for us to concentrate on it now while we're not working very hard. So let that Ujjayi come into your body, and then as ready, take some 3D motion, barrel rolling, sending hips out. Finding the tight spots, outer hips. Several rounds. If you find a spot that's really tight and you want to just hang out and work in that spot, please do. Take one more complete side to side. And then come on back, tabletop. From your tabletop, send it back, down dog, reach the arms long. And then just pedal it out. See what your legs need. Let the head hang, shake it yes and no a couple times. If your outer hips were tight in our barrel rolls in cat-cow, you probably want to take a couple side to sides in addition to pedaling out. And then find stillness in your down dog. Reach the arms long, send the hips up and back. Come to the tippy tips of your toes, and then with your exhale, heels to the right. So you'll be on the outer edge of the right foot, inner edge of left. Reach the arms extra long, and then send that left sitting bone like it's going to want to reach the top of the wall behind you. Root into the legs. Next inhale, come on back to the balls of your feet. Heels are high. Up to the tippy toes, send heels to the left. Outer edge of left foot, inner edge of right. Reach those arms long. Root through the legs. Send that right sitting bone up and back. Lots of action through the legs. Engage the quads. Inhale, come on back, balls of the feet. Heels are high, and then melt those heels a little closer to the earth. With your exhale, drop it down. Tabletop once again. From your tabletop, send the hips back, child's pose. Reach the arms. And then we're going to walk the arms over to the left and send that outer hip like we want it to come past the right heel. Find a stretch in the right side body. Big round of breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. Come on back through center. Walk it all the way over to the right. Reach both arms long. Left arm is really reaching. So you get a nice stretch in the left side body, and then send that left hip point like it wants to come outside that left heel. A couple rounds of breath here. With your next round of breath, come on back to center, up to tabletop. With your next inhale, sweep the right arm up, revolve around the spine. Couple wrist circles here. Work out the wrist, and then with your exhale, thread the needle. Reach through, take time to drop that right shoulder down, okay? Find where it needs to go. So maybe it's gonna go in front of the right knee. And if you're a little tight right now, send it more to midline or in front of the left knee. And then work to stack top shoulder over bottom. Couple rounds of breath here. You can, of course, reach the sky if your shoulder's open or take the half bind. One more big round of breath. With your next inhale, reverse it out. Sweep it up. Revolve around the spine. Big inhale. Exhale. Bring it down. Inhale. Left arm sweeps up. Reach it up. Couple wrist circles here. And then as ready, thread through. See where that left shoulder wants to go. How's it feeling? Breathe into the tight spot. Work to stack right shoulder over left. Maybe reach to the sky with the right arm, maybe half bind. My shoulders are tight, so I'm gonna stay right where I am. Couple rounds of breath. With your next round of breath, reverse it out. Right hand plants, left arm reaches, sweep it up. Exhale, drop it down. Tabletop. From your tabletop, one palm walks out a little ways, the other meets it, and then up dog chest, heels lift, come together, send the heels like they want to go to tailbone, lift the heart space, look up, scorpion pose, big inhale, fill up, exhale, feet come down, hands come under shoulders, reach arms long, exhale your way back, down dog. Couple rounds of breath in your down dog. Then with your next exhale, bend knees, look forward, big step, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, release, forward fold. Couple rounds of breath and forward fold so you can pedal out. If your hamstrings are tight, grab that block or some thick books, bring the floor to you. Your choice. Be careful with those hamstrings, don't want to overstretch them. Just pedal out. One or two more breaths. As you're pedaling, notice low belly, about an inch or two below the belly button. Engage that by bringing it up towards your spine to protect the low back as we're about to come up. Find stillness in the legs. Root the legs down. Inhale. Reverse swan dive it up. Reach it tall. Look up. Little bit of a back bend. And then interlace both hands. Both hands go out, arms go long, arms are parallel, tuck the chin, belly button in and up, reach, knuckles away, spread through the shoulder blades, get that nice stretch between the shoulder blades and the upper spine, and then with your inhale, release the arms, goalpost them, take a little back bend, root the legs down, shoulder blades, lift the heart space, inhale, reach the arms up, exhale, palms together, elbows squeeze to the midline, forward fold, hinge right at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, bend knees, plant hands, step back, plank pose. 3 breaths in plank. We're gonna root the balls of the feet down and feel like we wanna drag them to the backs of the palms, backs of the hands. Crown of the head reaches forward, heels reach back. One more breath, strong core. Exhale, drop the knees. Externally rotate those inner arms, dive it down. Inchworm asana, butt stays in the air. Leave the fingers and the shoulders aligned. Send the legs down, zip them up. Tops of the feet press down. Inhale, baby cobra. 3 breaths here. We're gonna warm up the low back. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the hands. 3 breaths from here. And then plant the hands. And come over the toes, send the arms long. Exhale your way back to down dog. Couple rounds of breath in, down dog. Next exhale, bend knees. Look forward, big step, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, forward fold. Keep the knees soft, at least a micro bend, maybe a bigger bend. And then take some side to sides. You can grab opposite elbows, give a gentle sway. Or if you'd like, you can walk the hands over to the outside of one leg. Walk them back to the other.
Play around with how much you need to bend your knees to stay comfortable in the pose. And then come back to center, find stillness, engage that low core with your next inhale. Reverse swan dive it up, come all the way up, back bend, reach the arms, shoulder blades, lift the heart space. With your exhale, palms come together, squeeze the elbows to the midline, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend knees, plant hands, step back, plank pose. 3 breaths in plank, long through the crown of the head. Feel the heels like they want to go to the back of the room. And then I'm going to cue through chaturanga. If you'd rather 8-point pose it like we just did to Inchuramasana and then baby cobra, please do. With your inhale, come to the tips of the toes. If you're following along to chaturanga, externally rotate those inner elbows, bring it down, halfway, stop where shoulders and elbows are at the same height. Flip to the tops of your feet. Inhale, press the arms long, shoulder blades lift the heart space, look up, long and energetic through the legs, send back, down dog. Big round of breath. With your next exhale, bend knees, look forward, big step or hop, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, forward fold. Engage low core with your next inhale. Sweep it up, coming all the way to back bend. Top of your breath, grow taller. Exhale, this time swan dive it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend knees, plant hands, step or jump back, find plank. Inhale up plank, take it down your way. Chaturanga if you like. Chaturanga to up dog. Exhale, send it back. Remember, you always have the option, given that it is your practice, to modify the way that you need. So feel free to take that 8-point pose to Inchuramasana to baby cobra, even if I'm cueing chaturanga. Another round of breath in your down dog. And with your inhale, sweep that right leg way high. See if you can keep the hips nice and square. And then we're going to drop the toes, right toes, keeping the leg long down to the mat. Inhale, come to the ball of the left foot as the right leg lifts, lift it high. We'll call that 1. Exhale, bring it down. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, left ball of the foot, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring it down. Last one. Inhale, right leg, lift it high, keep the hips square. This time send it through, lunge pose. Set up lunge, long body. Feel the tailbone like it wants to come down to the mat. Feel like the right shin really wants to send forward. Couple rounds of breath here. With your next exhale, drop the left knee down. Come tall torso, interlace the hands behind the right knee. Feel how that left hip flexor is doing, okay? So you want to find that stretch between the top of the quad and the hip point. If this feels good in that quad, go ahead and sweep the arms up, reach it tall, and then maybe experiment. Perhaps goalpost arms or coming into a back bend. About 3 breaths from here. Keep sending hips forward, tailbone down. Another big inhale, reach everything tall. And then with your exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, sweep the right arm up, revolve around the spine, easy twist. Exhale, bring the hand back down. Send the hips back, half Hanumanasana. Flex the right foot, spread through the toes. Okay, so we want to find that nice long stretch in the whole right leg, back leg, okay? So the more you flex that foot, the more you're going to find that the stretch comes all the way down to the calf. And then send back like you want those hip creases to go to the back of your mat. 1 more round of breath. With your next exhale, plant the right foot, reframe hands around the foot, send it back, plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, bring it down your way. Inhale to shine the heart space through. Exhale, send it back, down dog, 1 breath. Next inhale, float the left leg way, way high. Bring the left toes down to meet the mat. Inhale, come to the ball of the right foot as the left leg lifts. This is 1. Exhale, bring it down, toes touch. Inhale, right ball of the foot, left leg lifts. Exhale. That was 2. One more. Inhale. Bring it up. Left leg nice and high. Come to the ball of the right foot. Exhale. Sweep through. Lunge pose. In your lunge, drop the tailbone. So much length in your body. Enjoy this feeling of openness as you give slight sense of up dog chest. So you have a nice open airway. With your next exhale, drop the right knee. Interlace behind the left. Find that stretch in the whole quad, mid-quad, through the top of the hip point. Several rounds of breath here. If you are tight in that right quad, as I am, stay right here with hands interlaced behind the left knee. If you want to go a little farther, hands can go lifting up to the sky, goalpost your arms, or take a big arms reaching up, back bend. Wherever you are, send those hips forward, tailbone down. A couple more rounds of breath. With your next exhale, hands come back down to the mat. Inhale, sweep up left arm, revolve around the spine, easy twist. Exhale, bring the arm back down. Send both hip creases back in space. Left heel can push forward a little bit as the hip creases want to come back in space. Root down through that heel like it wants to grow roots. Flex strongly through the left foot, spread through the toes. Find the stretch. Hamstring all the way down to calf. A couple rounds of breath here. Big rounds of breath. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling long. Next inhale, flatten that left foot out, reframe foot with the hands, step it back, plank pose. Inhale, plank, exhale, bring it down. I'll cue through chaturanga. Shoulders and elbows same height, stop there. Flip to the tops of the feet, inhale. Shoulder blades lift the heart space, look up. Exhale, bring it back. Down dog. Big inhale. Big exhale. With your next inhale, sweep that right leg way up. Square the hips so the right hip point is towards the mat. And then bend at the knee. Flex the right foot like you want to step on the sky. And then we're going to take 3 super slow bent leg lifts. So right foot lifted up as high as it can. Relax it back down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, relax it down. Inhale, lift it up. And then hip opener. Stack hips. Bring the right heel like it wants to go to the tailbone. Bring the knee, right knee like it wants to touch the sky. And then take a couple hip circles in each direction. Big or small. See what you need. After you get that second direction completed, keep the hips stacked. Send that right leg long. Use the outer leg muscles to lift it higher. And then square the hips. Sweep it through. Lunge. Relax and lunge. Couple breaths. With your next inhale, sweep the right arm up. Easy twist and lunge. Round of breath, revolve around the spine. When you exhale, bring the right hand down now to the inside of the right foot. Drop the left knee to start. Send the right knee open. You're gonna be on the knife edge of that right foot. Open the right knee. See how that feels on the outer hip. Back it off if you need. And then several options from here. You can curl the back toes under, float the left knee off the earth. See how that feels. Maybe to get a quad stretch here, all the way up to the hip crease. You can keep the knee dropped or go ahead and drop the knee. If you lift it up and then come on down, maybe to forearms. Maybe you need to come halfway. So reaching the arms long and out in front of you. Keep opening up that right knee. And then we're going to take a side stretch here. Same idea as we did at the start of practice. Getting into that right side body as we walk the left chin and nose in the same direction as the left corner of the mat. Support with that left forearm. Reach the right arm long. Really reach the right arm long as you open up through that right knee a little bit more. A couple rounds of breath here. Come on back to center. Keep the right knee, left heel lifts, right knee open, left heel lifts. Reach around, right hand grabs the pinky toe side of the back foot. A little bit of an up dog chest. Open the right shoulder up so it's in line with the left, and then find a quad stretch. Hug it in, right hand can pull gently, and then kick that left foot back to find your stretch. Couple breaths. With your next exhale, release it out. Right hand comes back, flatten the right foot to the mat, and then transition by bringing the right hand to the outside of the foot, back to plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, bring it down your way. Maybe knees, chest, and chin to baby cobra. Inhaling, lift the heart space. Exhale, bring it back. Down dog, one breath. With your next inhale, sweep the left leg way high. Square the hips, bend the knee. Feel like you're gonna step on the sky with that left foot. And then a little bit of a movement to get it up as that left leg bent as high as it can. Relax it down. Inhale it up. Relax it down. Inhale it up. Keep the knee bent. Hip opener. Stack hips. See if you can square the shoulders a little bit. Point the knee to the sky. Heel to tailbone. Couple rounds, couple circles, each direction. Paint the sky, big O's or little. Once you're done with that second direction, keep the hips stacked. Send the left leg long. Use those outer leg muscles. Lift the leg higher. Keep the leg high. Square the hips. Send the leg even higher and then step it through. Lunge pose. Enjoy lunge. Lengthen the body. Right heel moves back. Left leg roots down. With your next inhale, sweep the left arm up. Revolve around the spine. Round a breath. Exhale, left hand comes to inside of the left foot. Enjoy, feel that right hip flexor. Then go ahead and drop the right knee. Open up the left, so you're gonna be on the knife edge of the left foot. Now you can have that option or experiment with bringing that right knee back off the mat, seeing how that feels. Maybe you'll hang out there. Maybe you'll keep the knee or drop the knee back to the mat and then walk the hands out. Maybe you'll stay with the hands in front of you. Perhaps that's far enough. If you want a little bit more, drop both forearms down. Enjoy this, all the sensation in this pose as the left knee works to open a little bit more. You can isometrically send the hips forward. Maybe that's the perfect stretch in that upper right hip flexor area. And then, if you'd like that side stretch, walk body over towards that right corner of the mat. Right forearm supports, left arm reaches. Feel length in the whole left side body. Couple rounds of breath here. And then walk it back to center. Walk the hands in. They're still in front of shoulders. And then kick the right heel up. Sweep the left arm around. Grab the pinky toe side of your foot. Maybe walk that right hand out a little farther if that's what you need. And then open up the chest. Pull ever so gently in with the left hand as you kick out with the right foot. Couple rounds of breath. Keep opening up that left knee. Breathe here. With your next exhale, release. Back leg goes down. Hands plant. Flatten that left foot. Transition your way back. Plank pose. Inhale at plank. Exhale your way down. Inhale, shine the heart space through, lift up. Exhale, send back. Down dog. 3 breaths in your down dog. Let your head hang, shake it yes and no. With your next exhale, bend your knees. With your inhale, look forward, step or jump, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, forward fold. With your inhale, come all the way up, a little bit of a back bend, reach it tall, exhale, Tadasana. So we're gonna get ready for the next part of our flow with just starting in a little bit of balance here. So root down, left leg, lift the right knee, float the arms up, maybe send the right leg long. 3 breaths here. Breathe, leg high. 1 more breath. Exhale, bring it down, Tadasana. Root down through that whole right leg. With your inhale, sweep the arms up, float the knee. Find your focal point on the floor. If you'd like, kick the left heel out, root down through the whole right leg. 2 or 3 breaths, see if you can get that left leg up a bit higher. One more breath higher still, perhaps. Exhale, bring it down. Tadasana. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend knees, plant hands, step back, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, your way down. Inhale, shine through. Exhale, send back, down dog. Round of breath. Next inhale, sweep that right leg way high. Exhale, knee to chin. Round through the back, press through the arms. Inhale, reach that leg high. Exhale, send it through. Lunge pose. Root both legs down strongly. Inhale, crescent. Find your focal point. Feel that left heel pointing right up to the sky. With your exhale, float the left knee down towards the mat. We don't need it to touch the mat. In fact, don't let it touch the mat. Okay? So you want to hover it down just so that you can find that, enough so that you can find that left quad stretch. One more breath. Inhale, straighten both legs, challenge your balance. Look up if you'd like. If you wobble, that's fine. Exhale, settle down, crescent, 5 parallel. Next exhale, sweep those arms through. Pinkies lift, shoulder blade squeeze. With your inhale, step or launch it in, one leg Tadasana. You can kick that left leg out if you'd like. Exhale, arms come back, come through, airplane, arms alongside, and then drop it back, 45-degree torso in your crescent. Sweep the arms up, reach tall, tall torso. Exhale, send it down, frame the foot. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, sweep left leg. Exhale, knee to chin. Inhale, sweep leg high. Exhale, send through. Find so much length while you also root down both legs. Hug those legs into the midline. Inhale up, crescent, find the focal point. Exhale, right knee drops only as far as you need to find your quad stretch. 2 breaths. Don't forget to breathe. Next inhale, both legs go almost all the way straight. Look up, challenge the balance. Exhale, drop it down, crescent pose. With your next exhale, sweep the arms behind, 45-degree torso. Inhale, step it or launch it, one leg Tadasana. Maybe you're gonna send that right leg out. With your next exhale, slow transition through airplane. Right hip point towards the mat, step it back. 45-degree torso, arms alongside, crescent. Inhale, sweep up, look up, reach tall. Exhale, send it down, plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, bring it down. Maybe you get an 8-point pose to baby cobra or chaturanga to up dog. Exhale, back, down dog. Breathe. Let the breath normalize. Bring attention back to your inner body. Let's take a big round of breath together. Empty out. Big inhale. Fill all the way up. Hold it. Open mouth. Exhale. Let it go. With your next inhale, sweep the right leg way high. As you exhale, knee to right elbow. See if you can bring the right ankle up as high as the knee. And then inhale, sweep it way high. Leg is long. Exhale, sweep through. Lunge pose. Round of breath. With your next exhale, spin down, back heel. Find heel to arch alignment. And then come on up, warrior 2. Check that right knee right over the heel, not past the ankle bone. Feel the tailbone like it wants to root down. Allow the spine to really feel like it's rising up. Gaze over the fingers. One more breath. Inhale, reverse warrior. No weight in that back hand. If you tend to put weight in it, just flip the hand up, palm up, left palm up. There we go. Next inhale, sweep back, warrior 2. Inhale, hinge forward, extended side angle. Bring the left bicep right along the left side of your face. And then see if you can tuck that right sitting bone under and open that left hip up just a bit more. Breathe here. Pull the legs into the midline. Next inhale. Come on back. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Reverse triangle. Puff through that whole right side body. Back through to warrior two. One breath. Exhale. Windmill it down. Plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, brings you down. Inhale, shines you through. Exhale, sends it back. Breathe. Big breaths. One more breath. With your next inhale, sweep that left leg way high. As you exhale, left knee, left elbow. Ankle up as high as the knee if you can. Inhale, sweep it up. Leg is long. Exhale, send through. Lunge. Feel lunge. Round a breath. Exhale, spin down. See that heel to arch. Then take it up. Warrior two. Settle in. Tailbone. Roots down. Spine is long. All the way through the crown of your head. Reach those arms long. Gaze over the left fingers. Two more breaths. So you can get that quad a touch more parallel to the mat. Inhale, reverse warrior. No weight in that back hand. Puff through the left side body. Next inhale, back through warrior two. Hinge it forward. Extended side angle. One long line from the outer edge of the right foot through the right fingertips. Bicep close to the face, look up. Next inhale, back through warrior two. This time, straighten left leg, which is of course what we did on the first side. And then reverse triangle. Puff through the left side body. Round a breath. And then come on back. Warrior two. Windmill it down. Plank pose. Vinyasa through your way. Breath leads. Meeting up in down dog. 3 big rounds of breath in down dog. We'll take this next breath together, so empty out. Fill it up all the way. Hold it, drink in a bit more, and then open mouth, exhale. Let it go. With your next inhale, sweep that right leg way, way high. As you exhale, right knee to the left elbow, twist in. Really fire up those right low glutes, right abs. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, send it through. Lunge. Next exhale, spin down back heel, heel to arch, inhale. Warrior two, settle in. One breath here. Inhale, reverse warrior, maybe the half bind. Puff through the right side body. Next inhale, back through warrior two. Slide it in, extended side angle. If this feels good, option to grab your block, put it on the inside of your leg, hand to block. If that feels good, move the block. Bring the hand all the way to the earth. Enjoy length in extended side angle. 2 more breaths. With your next inhale, bring it back up. Warrior two. Reverse triangle. Puff through the right side body. Keep the triangle legs. Come back through warrior two arms. Hinge it forward. Tick-tock it down. Feel that left hip point like it wants to go, left outer hip like it wants to go to the back of your mat. It's a great time to grab your block. This time to the outside of the leg. And then reach it up. Micro bend in both knees. Remember, lots of options to where you put your hand. If you don't have a block, hand can go to shin, hand can go to the top of the foot, or if you're more open, all the way down to the floor. 1 more round of breath. Lengthen every part of the body. Bend through the right knee, come back up, warrior two. We're gonna prepare for half moon. So if you like a block for half moon, you might place it in front of your mat where your right hand is gonna land. That's under the right shoulder. You can always carry the block as well. With your next inhale, either step in or launch in, bringing weight to the right leg, hinging it forward. If you're wobbly, that's fine. And then lift that left leg. If you're still wobbly, bring the left hand to the hip. Find that focal point. If you're not wobbly, if you're feeling locked in, left arm lifts up to the sky. Perhaps gaze up to the sky. 2 more breaths wherever you are, long through the body. With your next round of breath, slow motion it back, warrior 2. Adjust once you get in there, settle it down, right quad parallel to the earth if you can. Big inhale, fill up. Exhale, windmill it down, plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, shine it through. Exhale, send it back. Breath. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Engage the glutes, engage that low left core. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, send it through. Lunge, breath, round of breath. Exhale, warrior 2, bring it up. Settle in, 1 breath here. Inhale, reverse warrior, take the half bind if you'd like. Next inhale, warrior 2, hinge it forward, extended side angle, play around. Forearm to thigh, perhaps that's where you'll stay. Perhaps hand to block on the inside. Or perhaps hand to the floor. Breathe here. With your next inhale, bring it back up, warrior 2. Straighten the left leg, reverse triangle. Breathe through that left side body. With your inhale, back through warrior 2 arms. Micro bend stays in that left knee, don't lock it out. Hinge forward, tick-tock down. Grab your block, hand to the block, shin, top of foot, maybe to the floor. Lengthen the body. Couple breaths. With your next inhale, bend through that left knee, come back up. Warrior 2, reset as needed. And then launch it in, step it in. Half moon. Step in, then lift onto that left leg, or spring off that back leg, launch it in. Settle. Left leg lifts, right leg lifts. If you're feeling good, take the gaze up. Couple more breaths. Really lengthen. If the gaze is up, bring it back down. Bend through the left knee. Send it back. Land lightly. Warrior 2. Reset. Breathe. Big inhale. Exhale. Windmills you down. Plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down your way. Inhale, shine through. Exhale, send back. Breathe in your down dog. Big inhales. Big exhales. Let your head hang. Shake it yes and no. Let's take this next breath together. Empty all the way out. Fill up. Low to high. Drink in a bit more. Hold it at the top. Open mouth, exhale. Let it go. With your next inhale, sweep the right leg way high. When you're ready to exhale, sweep it through. Spin down, back heel. Heel to arch. Inhale, warrior 2. Next inhale, reverse warrior, half bind. Next inhale, slide it through. Extended side angle. Maybe taking the half bind. Left hand to the back tag or the top of the right thigh. Or experiment with taking the full bind. Drop the right shoulder down. Send the right hand through. Grab left fingers. Re-establish the pose. Stack left shoulder over right. Lengthen the torso. Breathe. Root down through both legs. Strong core. With your next inhale, reverse it out. Just the way you came in. Bring it back up. Warrior 2. Straighten the right leg. Reverse triangle. Next inhale, legs stay where they are. Arms through warrior 2, and then tick-tock it down. Triangle pose. Round a breath and triangle. Breathe. Next inhale, bend through the right knee. Float the arms. Step in, launch in. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. In this Ardha Chandrasana, work to your edge, whatever that is for you right now. If you'd like to do the bound version, square the shoulders down a little bit, bend that left knee in. Grab big toe side of the foot, then reestablish. Stack shoulders. Left leg, left knee sends out. If you want to take a little back bend, you can look up and then shoulder blades lift the back of the heart. A little bit of a back bend here. And then nice and slowly reverse it out. Half moon. Bend through the right knee. Come on down slowly. Warrior two. Settle in. Big inhale. And with your exhale, windmill it down. Plank pose. Inhale at plank. Exhale brings you down. Inhale shines you through. Exhale sends you back. One breath. Inhale, sweep the left leg way high. Exhale, send through. One breath and lunge. Exhale, spin down back heel. Inhale, warrior two. One breath. Reverse warrior two, half bind. Inhale it back, extended side angle. Find your expression of the pose. Maybe half bind, maybe full bind. Once you settle in, reestablish. If you took the bind, remember, restack that right shoulder, re-lengthen the whole spine, root through the legs. One more breath wherever you are. And then we're gonna reverse it out. Nice and slowly, come back up. Warrior two, straighten the left leg, reverse triangle, inhale, triangle. Settle in, 1 or 2 breaths here, long body. Next inhale, bend through the left knee. Warrior two. Next inhale, step it or launch it in. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, second side. Set it up, work to your edge. Wobbly is good. If you're gonna take that bound version, square the shoulder back down, grab the big toe side of the foot. Reopen, restack. Send the knee, root through the left leg. Maybe you're gonna take the back bend. Shoulder blades squeezing through the back of the heart. Opening up that right quad. Nice and slowly, gaze down. Reversing out through your half moon. Settling in, warrior two as you drop back. Realign as necessary. Big inhale. Exhale, windmills you down, plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, bring it down halfway if you're chaturanging. Inhale to shine it through. Exhale, send you back, down dog, breathe. Big, huge breaths. Let the breath normalize. Let the head hang. Shake it, yes and no. Let's take this next breath together, empty out. Fill up, low to high. Hold it at the top, then open mouth, exhale. Let it go. With your next exhale, bend knees. Look forward, step or jump, top of mat. Come all the way in, through and into seated. Nice job. So, option, I'll actually suggest that you have blocks nearby for what's coming. Blocks are a couple books, as long as they're heavy and they're not gonna slide out. For right now, we're gonna move into boat pose. So we're gonna start as if the legs are coming into bridge, okay? And then we're gonna roll back, or bring the torso back so that we're sitting on the back of the sitting bones, not the tailbone. Float the legs, reach the arms. Option is send the legs long, so long through the whole spine, out the crown of the head. 3 breaths here. Maybe reaching the arms, maybe sending the arms to the side, or keeping them along the legs. Exhale, drop the legs back. This is where you may want your blocks. Put the blocks under your shoulders. Bring the ankles together, lift up, heels in, 1 breath, send it back down, blocks aside. 1, maybe 2 more more boat pose. So launch into where you left off with boat. You can stay here, or you can come down to low boat. Keep the shoulder blades off the earth, legs along. Inhale it back up. Half boat. Calves are parallel. If you'd like, send the legs long. Drop them back down. Blocks in, or if you don't need the blocks, hands alongside, lift up, ankles cross, bring them in, one breath, send out. One more boat pose. Back to your back of your sitting bones, arms where you want them, legs long. If you want that low boat, bring it down, hover, one breath to hover, inhale, bring it back up, half boat, calves are parallel, send the legs long, strong body, exhale, bring it down. Last time for the lift off, ankles together, arms are long, belly button into spine, hover, heels in, exhale, drop it. Nice job. Okay, staff pose. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge right at the hips. You're going to use your core strength to bring you forward. So as you settle in, hands should really drop where they're going to fall. So don't reach and grab. That's really hard on the low back muscles. If you do reach the legs, it's okay to give a little traction, but no yanking, please. Kick through the heels. Let the breath settle. With your next inhale, walk it up, staff pose once again. We're going to move into runner's lunge. So sweep that right heel back by the right hip point. Right knee is going to stay nice and straight. Let's protect that kneecap area. Okay? And then we're going to walk it back until we feel that nice quad stretch. Okay? For each person, that is going to be different. So maybe you're going to walk the hands back and just hang out here. Maybe you're going to come down to forearms. If you're more open, maybe you'll come all the way down to your back. Once you're where you're feeling like, good stretch, you always have the option to plant that left foot like you're going to go into bridge just with one foot, and then lift the sitting bones. That gives you a little bit more stretch. It moves it around. So you can experiment with that wherever you are. You can also work to feel like you're going to lengthen through the kneecap and send the shin more strongly to the earth. Let's see how that helps. A couple more rounds of breath. Then nice and slowly, bring it back up. Right leg meets the left. Left leg sweeps around. Heel outside the hip bone. And then check this side out. Remember, everybody's got one side that's more open than the other. If this is your more open side, you'll be able to come down a bit more. If it's your tight side, no worries, but don't go too far. You don't want to overstretch. Still feel like you're gonna stand on that right leg. Remember that option. You can plant the right foot and then press into the right foot, lift the hips off. Kind of drive that left knee like it wants to go forward, the left shin like it wants to go down, until you find the stretch that works for you. About 3 more breaths. Keep lengthening that left quad, energy through the right leg. And with your next inhale, bring it back up. Staff pose. Once again, come into that seated forward fold. Sweep the arms up this time. Exhale, hinge at the hips, reaching long. Drop the hands where they're going to drop. Settle in. About 3 breaths. Good. Walk it back up. So, next up, Baddha Konasana. Bring the feet together, open them like pages of a book, thumbs on the bottoms of the feet, fingers on top, sit tall. If your body geometry allows, you can press those elbows into the inner thighs. If you have room in the groins,
go ahead and start hinging forward nice and slowly. If you're open enough that you feel like you want to round down, remember, keep the spine more long than rounded. Keeps the airway open and protects the low back. With your next inhale, back off, but keep Baddha Konasana legs. Sit tall. Peace fingers, bottoms of the big toe, thumbs on top. We're gonna take wide leg V-sit. Come on back, not to the tailbone, but sitting bones. If you land on the tailbone, just sit up a little higher, and that usually rolls us off. Find your focal point, and then kick the heels out. 3 breaths here. See if you can become a little bit more of a V still. Kick a little bit more strongly, pull back on those big toes. If you want to experiment with coming into a closed leg V-sit, bring the heels together, and then send those legs out. So maybe you're gonna send them out so that you are bent knee. And then we'll transition to air Baddha Konasana. So bring the bottoms of the feet together, sit tall, hover, exhale, super slowly, land it down, Baddha Konasana. Sit tall, settle in, your Baddha Konasana once again. With your next inhale, release it out. And then transition your way back to plank pose. Actually, before you get to plank, I'm gonna give an option in a moment to flip your dog. So if you need to, clear off landing spot so you're clear on both sides. You can vinyasa through if you wanna build heat, or go right back to your down dog. From your down dog, we'll all take a hip opener together. If you don't wish to flip your dog, go from the hip opener into pigeon. With your inhale, sweep that right leg way, way high. Flex the foot, bend the knee. Stack hips, take your hip opener, square the shoulders a bit more. Enjoy that hip opener. And then here's where you get to decide, flip your dog or come into pigeon pose. If you're flipping the dog, slow motion it over. Drop the tailbone so it almost touches the earth. That squares the hips. Hand to the belly. Lift low back so you're lifting your low belly. And then hand to the heart space. Squeeze the shoulder blades so you're lifting the heart space. Then float the arm up. Open up the whole front body. Look at the fingertips. Strong through the left arm. Lift the hips. One more breath. With your next exhale, send it back over. Right leg swings up. Exhale, pigeon. Bring that right knee to the outside of the mat, okay? And then left leg long. We're gonna work our way into popping out our pigeon chest and a pigeon heart opener. Walk the hands back, hip height. Squeeze shoulder blades, lift heart. Puffin your pigeon chest, big inhale. Exhale brings you down, pigeon pose. Settle in. Support your head with block, stack fist, backs of hands, maybe forehead to mat. Flex the right foot, that helps protect the right knee. Square the hips as best as available for you right now. 5 more breaths, settle in. And then we're going to transition to a quad stretch. So keeping the legs exactly where they are right now. Plant the hands. Walk them in. A little bit of an up dog chest. Left arm reaches back as you kick up the left heel. Big toe side of the foot. Okay? Keep the left heel in alignment with the back of the knee so it doesn't torque out to either side. And then go ahead and bring it in. Bring that left foot in to find the quad stretch. Same time, kick back into the hand. If you have mermaid or king pigeon in your practice and you want to take either of those, please do. Otherwise, stay in the quad stretch, enjoy that quad stretch. Heart space lifts. If you're in either mermaid or king pigeon, no worries, stay, get what you need. If you're ready to move on, release the back leg gently.
Left hand plants, curl the back toes under, and then send that right leg back, 3-point down dog. Work out any kinks that came into that right knee by pumping out a couple times. Maybe taking the hip opener. And then settling back, down dog. Reach the arms long. With your next inhale, sweep the left leg way, way high. Take your hip opener. Enjoy it. Square the shoulders off a bit more. And then here's where you get to decide. Flip the dog or move to pigeon. Remember, slow motion the flip dog. Drop the hips. Glutes lift. Lumbar spine lifts. Shoulder blades lift the heart space. Reach the arm. Strong through the right arm. Open up through the front body. 1 or 2 more breaths. Gaze to the fingers. With your exhale, bring it back. Sweep the left leg high. Exhale, send it through. Pigeon. Set it up. Left knee to the outside of the mat, behind the left wrist. Right leg is nice and long. Walk the hands back. Pigeon heart opener. Punch through the whole front body. And with your exhale, long through the spine. Settle it down. Flex the left foot. Support your forehead. Square the hips. Long through the right leg. Keep the right heel in alignment with the back of the knee. If it tends to flop to one side or the other, no worries. Curl the back toes under. That keeps the knee and the heel in alignment. About 5 breaths from here. And then we'll go ahead and leave the legs where they are. Walk the hands long. And then kick the right heel up. Sweep the right arm behind. Big toe side of the foot. Heel and back of the knee in alignment. Hug it in. Kick it back. A little bit of an up dog chest. Stack right shoulder open. In alignment with the left. Find your quad stretch. Couple rounds of breath here. Maybe going to mermaid or king pigeon if you took it on the first side. Plenty of time to take either of those poses, and you can always meet us when you are ready. If you're ready to move on, release the back leg. Hands under shoulders, reverse it back. 3-point down dog. Bring the knee in and out. Little hip opener. And then settle it back down. Down dog. Feel down dog like a big full body stretch. Reach the arms long, send the hips up and back. Melt the heels a little closer to the earth. With your next exhale, bend your knees. Look forward. Step or hop, top of mat to seated. We're going to come into seated. We're going to be seated in our twist. So find staff pose. And then bring that right heel to the outside of the left shin. And then sweep that left heel to the sitting bone area, to the side of your hip. And then root both sitting bones down. Okay, we'll start by interlacing hands, top of the shin, sit tall. And then sweep the right arm behind you so it finds your right behind your tailbone. Keeping that length in the spine, sweep the left arm up. And then we're gonna begin our twist. So if you're feeling like, oh, I've got enough of a twist right here, you're gonna hug in. If you want a little bit more twist, you can bring the left arm to the outside of the right knee. And then re-sit tall. Take the gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, sit a bit taller. Maybe take the half bind. As you exhale, let the twist come to its full expression. Inhale to grow tall. Exhale to deepen. 2 more breaths. With your next exhale, release it. Counter pose, plant the hands, puff through the right side body. With your next inhale, bring it back, staff pose. This time, left heel lands in the middle of the right shin on the outside of the leg. Sweep the right heel around. Make sure you're not sitting on it. Scooch it right outside that left hip. Interlace to grow tall. Left palm behind the tailbone. Inhale, sweep right arm up. Exhale, start your twist. Maybe hugging in. Maybe right elbow to the outside of the knee. And then maybe the half bind. And then really come into your full expression of the pose. So as you sit tall, as you exhale, deepen the twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. One more breath. Next exhale, release it out. Counter twist. Puff through that whole left side body. Come on back. Staff pose. Point the toes, hands to heart space. And then use your core strength. Come all the way down. Arms alongside. Take a moment to relax in your staff pose as I adjust the mic. A little technical problems, but we'll get through it. And then bring legs in for bridge pose. And then fingertips just barely brushing the backs of the heels, arms alongside. Inhale, use the glutes, lift the hips. Feel weight into the trapezius muscles. And then interlace palms. Trapezius muscles still can have the weight, but you're going to send more weight into the backs of the arms, sides of the palms, knuckles reach, chest a little closer to the chin, gently press back of the head into the earth. 2 more breaths. Each breath lifts you a little higher. And with your exhale, reverse it out. 1 vertebra down at a time after you've untucked your shoulders and released your arms. Press the low back into the mat. Breathe here. So in our flip dog, we opened up the whole front body. And now we're going to work to just give a nice opening to the whole back body by coming into plow pose. So float the thighs over the torso, send the legs long, drop them down to where they're going to go. If you're going to stay in pike pose, bring the hands to the back of to the low back for support. If you're going to come into a little bit deeper of a plow, toes touch the earth or tops of the feet touch the earth, arms stay alongside. A couple breaths here. And then we'll transition into shoulder stand. So 1 leg up at a time. Hands come to the low back, up the back as high as they can, that is. Send the legs long. Keep the chin pointed to the sky. Flex or Barbie feet. Balls of the feet want to reach. Toes spread. Shoulder blades squeeze together. If you have any weight on the cervical spine, come right out. We don't want any crunchiness in that cervical spine at all. If you're comfortable here, we'll stay about 3 to 5 more breaths. Keep the chin centered. Have that sense of quads want to reach towards the top of your mat, shins want to reach to the back. Keep spreading through the toes. With your exhale, if you'd like to bring arms back down, you can bring knees to the head, or come into ear pinning pose, where the knees can squeeze into the ears. With your exhale, nice and slowly, bring it all the way down, 1 vertebra at a time, till the legs land. Fish pose, bring the thumbs under top of the hamstring, press the forearms down, point the toes, let the shoulder blades lift the chest. Feel the crown of the head like it wants to reach the earth as you keep letting the shoulder blades lifting the chest, toes are pointed,
Open your throat, couple breaths, open your mouth. With your exhale, tuck the chin down. Come on, all the way. Relax for a moment. Inhale, happy baby. Grab the outsides of the feet. Start like you want your feet as if they were gonna press up to the sky. And then find the stretch in your legs that you would like. If you gently pull down as you kick up, you'll probably find a upper hamstring stretch, or you can send the legs a little wider and find a groin stretch. And then go ahead and roll the low back off so you get a low back stretch. Bring the knees like you want them to come to the outer underarms. Send the legs wide. Couple rounds of breath here. With your next exhale, flatten the spine once again, and then let the low back roll off as you hug into a teeny little ball. Chin comes in between or towards the knees. Exhale, become a teenier little ball still. And then with your inhale, reach everything long, relax everything down. Arms reach long, legs reach as long as they can. Point the toes, lift the low belly off the earth by letting the lumbar spine curve. And then with your exhale, lumbar spine comes more to the mat. Flex the feet, and then bring arms alongside. Big breaths. So as we prepare for Shavasana, if you'd like to take a moment to find a cover up so that you don't get too cool as we stay in Shavasana. So in your Shavasana, lying down on your back, feel your whole body, whole back body connected to the mat. Feel your breath. And then just as we did at the start of practice, take some big, huge breaths. So fill up low to high, from low belly all the way up past the collarbones. Then big, long, open mouth or sighing out exhales. Big inhale, fill up. Past the collarbones, hold it. Then open mouth exhale, let go. And as you stay in your corpse pose in Shavasana, really feel that each breath can help you release just a bit more. So noticing where you might be holding, tension, muscular holding. Wherever you find that place that needs a little release, sense that you can bring the warmth of the breath right to that spot. Then we'll scan through. See if we can find any other spots in our body that just need attention so that we can allow them to release just a little bit more. So bring attention to the low belly. See if you can relax the low belly away from the spine. And as you do, see if you can relax the pelvic floor a bit more at the same time. Then bring attention to the sacrum, the low back area. See if you can relax there a bit. And then allow attention to float up the spine and then expand to encompass front ribs and back ribs. And see if you can allow the intercostal muscles, those muscles between each rib, to relax a bit more. Allow attention to continue to move up the spine, and then expand that attention to between the shoulder blades, and then to the front of the chest, breastbone, upper ribs, collarbone. And see if that whole upper torso area can relax just a bit more. Several rounds of breath to bring that warmth right there. Let the shoulders relax a bit more away from the ears. Allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth as the jaw and hinge of jaw relaxes. Allow attention to come to all the little muscles that support your face. So the cheekbones, the muscles that support the cheekbones, that support the eyes, temple, forehead. So you can let all those muscles relax. And continue that attention, that sweeping of attention up to the crown of the head, back of head, and where the skull meets the cervical spine, and see if you can let that whole area, head, skull, neck, relax. Then bring full attention to sensation of breath. Open your awareness so that when thoughts come in, you can notice them. When you do notice them, let them go on their way. Return full attention to sensation of breath and relax in your shavasana. We'll relax in shavasana for just about another minute or so. And allow your attention to move away from breath and send your attention so that you can begin to really feel and hear the room around you. Bring your attention so that even without opening your eyes, you can see yourself in your room. And as you're ready, roll to your left or your right, your preference. Right is often thought of as more energy giving, left more relaxing. Once you roll to your side, find your fetal position and stay in your fetal position for a couple breaths so you can really feel the effects of your practice. And then keeping your eyes closed, roll on up, finding your seated position, easy seated position, Sukhasana. And bring hands to heart space once you're there. Take a moment to recall your intention. And if your intention was to just cultivate that awareness of present moment, cultivate that moving meditation, you might see how much you can carry that forward as you go back to your day. That sense of present moment awareness, inner body awareness. Thank you so much for practicing with me. My name is Bruce. I encourage you to subscribe. You might hit that little gray bell to get the notifications that you prefer. When you subscribe and have notifications on, I'll be able to, or when I do update, get a new video up, you'll get an update. And love to see you again, virtually that is. Thank you so much. Namaste.